The next question I'm going to ask is, are demographics still relevant? And I think you're getting the gist that from me, they're absolutely not anymore. I mean, even when I was at Brand South Africa, we got involved in Future Fact because I did not think that looking at the demographics of South Africa was relevant anymore. What's more important to me was the mindset of the community. So what do people want? They want audience engagement and audience participation. They want to connect with like-minded people. They want to be heard. They don't want people screaming at them. They want their opinion to be heard. And they want what you say to be relevant. So it's what you want to say versus what they're interested in, and the crossover is the relevance. When I started as a media planner, that was how we sold radio. You take your TV commercial and you do this brand transfer onto radio. And usually it was the same frickin' soundtrack. And if there's one thing that has been made so beautifully clear today by Ralph, it was that you have to interpret the audience differently and probably do completely different creative. I think it's extremely lazy to take the soundtrack from television and dump it onto radio. Where are we now? The most important thing is that the citizen has a choice. At the flick of a switch, the citizen has a choice. Thank you. We move at very fast pace. I saw a presentation on millennials this week. If something doesn't grab their attention in 15 seconds, they're out of there. And that's basically what you've got. And you know what it's like. All your radio stations are pre-programmed. You just hit a switch and you move on. And I think whilst somebody earlier on was talking about loyalty today, I would even question that. I mean, I always say I've been a loyal 702 listener. I've listened to 702 since the day it was launched, which is a frickin' long time ago. But I'm beginning to experiment a little bit now because there is so much choice, and it's so easy to get to the choice because you just press that button. You've got fussy and opinionated consumers. And probably the single biggest thing that is going to change our industry, guys, is that it's not about the demographics anymore. It's about interest groups. It doesn't matter how old you are, what color you are, or how educated you are. What matters is that you all like fly fishing, or you're all tennis addicts, or whatever. You join together in communities, and that's the root of the future. And that's what radio is starting to do. It's starting to create these little mini communities, and people will link in for specific information, but it has to be relevant.